Namaste. I'm here to talk about my barber journey. And when I say about barber journey, what I'm referring to is how it all started, like my story about why I got into barbering. And it all, part of it started from right here. These are my brother's trimmers. Rest in peace, rest in power, rise in power to my brother Lamont. All right. He used to have a baldy, right? So he would, instead of going to the barber shop, he would cut his own baldy. Now, me, I never had a baldy. What I would do, I would trim my beard. So pretty much we used to live together, you know what I mean? And so he's at my house, and basically he uh he would be using these, and then I would ask to borrow them. So I was borrowing them, and I was doing my goatee and stuff. So that's kind of how I started barbering as far as doing my own hair. Okay. Then the journey went further from there, and it went into now I'm doing other people's hair. So um let me just take you through the whole journey so you can kind of see where it's all coming together. Now, as you guys know, I do make jewelry, right? That is still a part of very much part of what I do. These are my hair clips, all right, that you put into your, your braid. I could even put it on here if I want to, right? So really you want the hair to be braided, but usually my hair is in a braid, right? And I would have something like one of these attached, a quartz point. So the major thing is that I've always been involved in working with the hair, but now I'm basically bringing the two together as far as with the crystal jewelry and the hair. Okay. Um, so I will be currently, I've already taken some classes, right? So therefore, I definitely already got the skills to cut because I've been cutting other people's hair already. And I started off with cutting my son's hair, both my sons. And so one of them in particular is also on this barber journey with me, and that's Marcus. And I'm actually helping him learn how to be a barber as well. All right. One thing about me that I've always been involved with is always giving back to the youth. I feel that, you know, the youth, the children, they are our future, right? Your children, if you could leave a business with them, if you're leaving a legacy. Now think about this. It's one thing to work a 9 to 5, not to knock a 9 to 5, because 9 to 5 will help you stack so that you can get the money to work on your personal business as an entrepreneur. But imagine when you have your own business and you can leave it as an inheritance to your children. Because they said a wise man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. Now, uh, hats off to all of y'all who've been holding down with the 9 to 5. But one thing you can't do with a 9 to 5 is you can't leave it as inheritance to your children. You can't. It can't happen like this. One day you pass away, your child goes to work for you instead, and says, "Oh, I'm reporting for my father." They're not gonna let your child work, all right. But if your child has his own barber shop, and you were one of the barbers, and he's one of the barbers, then that business just carries over to him. I have a friend named Brian, where his wife, she's been doing barbering as far as really as a stylist, as far as she's a beautician, so she does women's hair and men's hair. So I asked him, how's her business doing? And he was like, great. She handed over to her daughter. Her daughter now inherited a business that's thriving, that's already filled with customers, clientele, people that's been coming for 20, 30 years plus. So, um, you know, what I'm about to do is I'm about to show you my journey and actually how what I do to groom myself and things of that nature. And I'm going to be telling my story as I move along. So today, what I want to do is I want to, you know, I want to hook up my goatee. So we're going to be working on a goatee, and I'm going to be telling the rest of the story. All right. So, like I was saying, I've been doing my hair for quite some time. I let my hair grow, so I pretty much just focus on my goatee, so I don't really have to do the edges or too much but I can do the front, but I don't have to do the back edges or whatever. I have to let somebody else do the back. Now that's hard. All right. So, like I was saying, my journey started with my brother's clip trimmers. Rest in peace to my brother Lamont. These are my brother's trimmers. I don't know if you guys ever had lost someone in your family and they leave a piece of jewelry to you, or they leave something very precious to you. So my brother left this for me. You know what I'm saying? And the amazing thing about this is that it was shipped to me. I thought that I lost them, and a family member shipped them to me from Tennessee to New York. Shout out to Tracy. Thank you. Um, and so it really means a lot to me that these clippers follow me all the way from Tennessee. I took these clippers with me to Cali, to North Carolina, to Tennessee, and they were shipped to me. I thought they were gone forever. So these are Andis, right? These are Andis clippers. Now they got beat up along the way in the mail, but they still work. Word. So it's like universe is telling me, like, look, there's a reason why these clippers stay with you. There's people who not only do they like the way that you service them with jewelry, but they will like the way you service them with giving them a cut. Because I've been servicing my own self and I've been successful with it. Now the journey continues from there. I started taking my son Marcus, he's 17, to a school barber class where he could learn how to be a barber. So it's a barber class. So I basically, took him on the subway and the train and all that, and in the bus, because he's new here, in New York. He don't know the bus system as much. So, you could get lost. You could be in New York for mad long, yo, and still get lost on the bus. I mean, the train. The trains be flipping in New York, yo. One moment it's telling you it's going this way, and then it'll switch up and it's going the other way. All right. So Marcus is 17, right? So Marcus he could be doing other things. You know what I'm saying? He could be running the streets. He could have been on drugs. He could be stealing cars. You know, but he chose to go to barber class, but I had to show him how to get there because it was a long ride. All right, from Queens to the Bronx, yo, that's like 2 hours. Can you imagine being on the train? My wife was like, "What? 2 hours?" Yeah. So, um, so he chose to go there to learn how to be a barber. So while I was taking him, I started taking the classes myself. I was like, yo, look, if I'm gonna be on this train for 2 hours, yo, I might as well start getting these skills too. So as the teachers were teaching, I was picking up the skills. They was teaching everything about how this is the lever, the different working parts of the clippers. So like here, you have you see the moving blades? Those are the smaller ones. Then you have these is stationary, right? So this right here is closed. This is open. All right, and it's different varying degrees. Now the trimmers don't have that, right? The trimmers don't have a lever, right? But the as you can see, this is the pair, and this is the duo pair. Shout out to my moms for gifting me the duo pair. The Wow, I decided to get the Wall, WAHL, right? I decided to get this because it was like a professional combo, you know what I'm saying? These are the ones that I got. So, like I said, up until recently, I've been just cutting with this. So then, boom, you see how the universe has been adding into what I'm doing? A lot of times it's great when you're starting a business and a family member can show their support. You know what I mean? So what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna set up a GoFundMe because we want to help Marcus to get his own set of clippers and his own set, what I'm saying, of trimmers and such, right? So because this is a family business, we doing this together, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm gonna be setting up a GoFundMe. I'm gonna be hitting the yeah, life is massive, small circles. Yep, yep. You right. Thank you, CD. I appreciate that feedback. I appreciate that feedback. So, in barber class, one of the things, I'm going to show you something we learned in barber class. First things first. When you're working on somebody's head, you better make sure that their clippers is clean. All right. So just when somebody steps inside, they about to get their hair cut before they sit down. even when they do sit down, make sure you clean out your blade. Now, using a toothbrush, poop, that's one thing we learned in the class. You could use a simple toothbrush because it has all the bristles that's needed to clean out old hair from the past. So this is one of the things we was learning in the class. So Marcus understands how he has to keep his clippers clean, but the thing is, we want to help him get a pair of clippers. You know what I'm saying? Like a professional grade. You know what I mean? Whether they be wireless or wired. That's one thing I'm going to ask him. I'm going to ask Marcus what pair of clippers would he like, and then we're going to start by doing a GoFundMe for him. We're going to help him get his clippers. You know what I'm saying? So that he don't have to worry about running the streets and getting caught up into nonsense. He can actually have his own business as a barber. That's what I love about barbers. Barbers are actually independent businessmen and women. All right. So what this does is disinfects. Okay. It lubricates, it cleans, it cools, and it's an anti-rust all in one. Clipper side. All right. So definitely before you put clippers to anyone's head, you know what I mean, if you was using it on your head, you don't want to spread your germs in, or vice versa. You don't want to have someone else's germs put on your face. You know what I'm saying? So when you're going from client to client, we always going to make sure that our clippers is clean. All right. So those are some of the things that he's been learning in the class so far. But the things that we want him to gain, and I'm going to share this video with him, is how to cut hair. So today we are going to show how I get into cutting my own. So basically, you know, I either comb or I brush my beard, because we about to do my goatee real quick. All right. Okay. So when I'm doing my goatee, there's two ways we could do it. We could do it with the clippers, or we could do it with the razor. All right. Now, the razor, I usually do after, the trimmers. So trimmers usually do first. Then you could do the razor after. All right. Now with the razor, now you don't want to get no cut with no dry razor. I had a barber do that to me, and I was like, look, can you trim my beard? He's like, yeah. He pulls out his razor, but he gives me a dry shave. I'm like, yeah, nah, that hurts. Nah, it's good. Come on. Don't be a wimp. First of all, if a client tells you they don't want a dry shave and they want it to be lubricated and they want some type of, you know what I'm saying, shave butter like this one right here on it, why not give them that type of treatment? Why are these barbers out there that forcing their services that you're not even asking for? I'm not asking you to cut my hair with a dry shave, bro. And if you listen to this video, you probably know who you are. But, you know, I think I even got up and still paid the dude because, you know, he working. I still gave him money for the cut. Probably not as much as he would have wanted. But, so, this you need to put on before you put the razor to your skin. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? But for today, you know what I'm saying, I'm pulling out my trimmers, my All Hero trimmers, and we're gonna start working on this goatee. All right. So one of the things you want to always do is just make sure that the hairs are all stretched out. You know what I'm saying? Whether you use a brush or you use a comb. All right. So. All right, y'all see that? You see that nice line, right? It's different from that side. It's different. So, you know, I like to go outside fresh. You know what I'm saying? I like my stuff to be trimmed up. I don't like to have to wait to go cut, so I was cutting it myself. Lo and behold, I'm learning the skill of not just how to do my goatee, but how to do others. All right. So that's kind of like my barber story, but I've also been taking classes. Like I'm in classes I'm in class now, and I'm about to actually extend my training by going to barber school. So that's another thing I'm gonna be putting in my GoFundMe if anybody wants to give towards it, because as I'm becoming a barber, I actually will be training Marcus, who is my apprentice, and to be a barber as well, because that's one of the things you could do in New York is to have an apprentice. And that's a beautiful thing in life when you can teach a skill to another person. You know, man, I'm here right now teaching you guys, showing you guys a skill. Some of you may want to do it, some of you may not want to do it. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of always been fascinated with uh, barbering. I used to always just do videos, you know. We're gonna try. We're gonna do another one. I'm gonna pull out the Andis. I'm gonna pull out the Andis real quick. Yeah, I used to be up in barbershops, y'all, doing videos with new Andis, trimmers, y'all. They was oiled up. Once they were oiled up, I had to let them stay on for 5 minutes. Leave them running. So if you ever get you a new pair of Andis, shout out to Andis. Alright. Andis T outliner. They're gonna come oiled up, y'all. They're gonna come oiled up. Make sure you leave them running for at least 5 minutes. Okay? So that a lot, and you can leave them hanging like this. Okay? So and then if after 5 minutes they're not super hot, they're not even warm or even hot at all, that means that the lubrication did its job. Alright? So we're gonna plug this in real quick. I ain't gonna lie, I like my Andis the way they sound compared to these. Now the difference. Okay. Which one y'all like? Andis or Wall? Now, for me, vibration is everything. So I like the Andis more. Not to say that Wall it actually does a good job. As you can see, I've been using Wall just now, but now I just boom upgraded real fast right there before your eyes. These are the T outliners. All right, so these are perfect. These are the ones that's used for doing the lines. All right, just like this one. Yeah, but these are my brothers, and they've been going through brutal treatment. They were shipped to me, and they was damaged, but they had a little damage before that. These are fresh to death, like $1,000,000. So, boom, I'm definitely gonna wanna rock with these. All right. Okay, so I'll start with the trimmers first, and then go to the razor. All right, so there we go. There we go. So, so yeah, y'all, this does take a special skill because I gotta be looking in the mirror, judging how I'm moving my hand. It's much easier to do this with a person right in front of me. So this how I know I definitely got the barber skills. I got what it takes. But I'm definitely always open to amping up in anything you do in life, whether you MCing, you music, you beautician. You always want to develop your skills. They got a event coming up, a natural hair fest coming up in New York. Shout out to all the barbers and beauticians out there. Shout out to y'all who've been doing their thing and holding it down for so many years. So everybody's journey starts somewhere. So when using trimmers, it's important to understand that you don't want to press too hard. You know what I'm saying? You just real light on the skin, and that's how I do it. So I already know I'm not the type of person that's going to dig into somebody's skin or cut them. You got barbers out here that's not being sensitive to their clients. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to be providing that royal treatment, all right? Because y'all going to be looking fresh to death just like me do. I do, like $1 billion. Now, if you want me to also trim up your beard more with the razor, that could be done as well. All right. All right. So that would be the next level. Now that's not always a service that people get. You know what I'm saying? All the time. Some people just go in there. Sometimes the barber will just do this for you, and that's it. And you out. You know what I mean? It really don't take a whole lot unless you're really cutting down the hair. But me, I'm usually just trimming what's already there. I'm not cutting it down, as you notice. I'm just basically doing a lot of trimming, keeping it neat. Now these right here, these have a story too. Rest in power to my grandma, Inez Veronica Henriquez Allen. She put me onto these. These are the ones that the hospitals use. These are very precise. When cutting, some scissors are very sloppy, but these are very precise. All right. I will be getting some more scissors, but when it comes to trimming, a lot of times I'll be trimming with this clippers, you know what I'm saying? And you can add the comb in it as well. You know what I'm saying? So for example, this is another way you could trim. You just go over where you see the hair. Right now I'm not really trying to cut too much. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to see if I can give you a section. I'll give you a sample right there. So, that's how I'm pulling the hair out, right? Boom. Pulling it out. Boom, cut. That's clip over comb. All right? Clip over comb. Sometimes I'll just freehand it, without the comb. You see what I'm saying? Freestyle it. Freehand. But this is when you want to be on the safe side. You know what I mean? When you want to be on the safe side. And you just want to have a nice even cut. Hey, you see that? Hey, babe. Um, how you like these barber skills that I'm sharing with the people? You think it's definitely on point? You know, coming from you, your experience with cutting hair, right? So, what you got to say? The clip over the comb technique. You feeling it? I mean, trim over comb. Now, now, if I wanted to pull out a big guard, I could do that as well. You know what I'm saying? As far as the bigger guards, like one of these, right? And if I do like sort of like it would be like a comb, right? So this is the comb right here. Thanks. I'm glad you like my crystals. All right. I make these, by the way. Everything you see me wearing, custom, handmade, very. So this is like a comb, right? And it's making sure that I don't go too low, right? So that's like clip over. This is clip over comb, sort of with the guard. All right. So this is a two, and it was closed. It was a closed two. I could have did an open two like that. Open would be like this. That's when I could come closer to this part of the edge. All right. So boom. Catch the hair down here. But yeah, I'm glad you guys like my crystals. This right here is for the throat chakra. This is the yeah, I'm deep in the journey, yo. This is the lapis lazuli. I'm here telling my story. So, like I said, I got deep into it once I started taking my son Marcus to barber class, right? And as I was taking him, I started attending the barber class myself. I said, why not increase my skills more while I'm helping him increase his skills? Oh, you from London? I shout out to London. I lived in Tooting, Broadway. All right, the Northern Line. I stayed in Peckham as well. Different parts of London. Shout out to my people in London. Okay. Thanks for watching from London. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. But pretty much like I said, my journey got started when I started helping my son, and a lot of times it can happen like that. Like you over here trying to help somebody else, and meanwhile you helping yourself. That's a beautiful thing, right? You know what I mean? Like in my heart of hearts, I didn't want nothing to happen to him, so I let him get on. I didn't want him to get on the train in New York by himself. I wouldn't ask you to get on your train by yourself in New York, because if you get lost and you're in the wrong area, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But New York ain't dangerous, but from a New Yorker perspective, I feel it's my job to protect you. Like if you're from out of town, I would make sure that you get to your destination safe. And that's basically what I was doing. All right. But as I was doing that, I picked up a skill. Even I increased the skill. You know what I'm saying? Taking barber class. And now here demonstrating, how I do my goatee. You know what I mean? This is a number two right here. All right, this is the Wall Legend number two. You got it open, the leather open. I like how it popped like that. You hit it? Pow. So the two, I do places like this. So that's the two open. This will be the two closed, so it'll be a closer cut. All right. Um, I got to the point when I'll be going to the barber shop and I'll be telling the barbers like what guard I wanted to use. You know what I'm saying? I would go and sit in the barber chair and oh, this the one. Sorry. Um, I would sit in the barber chair and be like, yo, give me this, give me that, give me the one. You know what I mean? Like this the one open. Now the one closed will be a closer cut. All right. So like for example, I'll close it up a little. Like I could bring this down. You know what I mean? I brought it down with it halfway closed. All right. So the lever got different levels to how you get adjust the blade, and I think that's dope because like for example, if I'm doing my eyebrow, right, I definitely want to make sure that I'm not going too close, right? I usually just take the clipper, I mean the trimmer, honestly, and I do my like that. So I got nice enough with the trimmers. You know what I mean? So there's different ways you could hit this. You know what I'm saying? Different ways you could go at it. There's dudes who's even cutting with a straight razor and then gel and stuff. So um, that's ill how they can have that much skill. You know what I mean? Dudes be lined up for them. Shout out to the brothers out that's locked up. That's you know, doing hair on lockdown, doing hair. But they built up their skill. All right, I'm probably do my sizing on another video because we want to keep this. We want to keep this going. That's gonna be probably a part two. All right, but yeah, um, what I love when getting hair done is that when they pull out the razor, you know, that's what I love because to me it's a closer cut. You know what I mean? This right here, this is translucent. All right, Dollar Shave Club, shea butter, so you can actually see through it. All right. I think that's better than the cream where it covers up what you're doing because you got to see what you're doing. You know what I mean? So put this on first, let it sit. Take time putting it on. You know, no need to rush. Ain't no need to rush, guys. All right. Mhm. Boom. Take out your razor. Now, this razor, this is probably my second time using this particular one. Sculpt Master. I got it from a barber supply spot in Jamaica, Queens. Shout out to all the barbers in Jamaica, Queens. What's up? Y'all the ones who've been cutting my hair all these years. But I used to have a lady that did my hair too. Shout out to that sister. She had the Dominican salon. I forget her name, but she was on the air, and she been in business for a long time since 165th. All right. So I used to go to 165th. My mom used to take me to 165th Street Mall, and I used to get my hair cut there. And the person that was cutting my hair there, it was a sister. You know what I mean? Dominican sister. She was real sweet. And this name Alex. Yeah, Alex. Shout out to Alex, Dominican hairstylist Alex. If y'all know Alex, she used to cut on Jamaica Ave. She had a salon on Jamaica Ave. She used to be my stylist for many years. I loved going to her. She had a nice touch. She knew what she was doing. All right, and she didn't get too crazy. She wasn't rough. All right. She's light with the hands. You gotta be light with the hands. Light with the hands. You understand? So I've seen stylists go from being a stylist to owning their own salon. Um, like I was saying, Alex, for example, she went from, I believe that's her name. She went from working at a salon to owning her own salon, to purchase, yeah, and then hiring other stylists. So, all right, so that definitely is the goal. Um, is to basically, I'm gonna be official with it. Not too completely sure about the name of the barbershop. Right now, I'm thinking about Craig's Clips, but it may be something like Alchemy Barbershop or something. Alchemy Clips or something. I don't know, something to deal with basically how bringing the crystals and the barbering all together, like shears and crystals, something like that, like blades and crystals. You know what I mean? Something real hood. That sound like a which name y'all like? Blades and crystals, shears and crystals. Which one you feeling? Mm, yeah. So it's important to be delicate when you're working with the razor. You pull out some 50% alcohol here, wintergreen. It got a nice smell to it. I like this. It stings a little bit, but it feels real good on the skin. It makes it cool, cool down. I had a little nick because I'm doing too much on the camera, but it ain't nothing in it. I can't do it. All right, it's gonna go away. All right, y'all. So I want to thank y'all for watching. Creator on my barber journey. All right, y'all. Peace.